Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you are a student of MBA, BBA, BCom or MCom, or if you are preparing for any competitive examinations such as UGC NET and AP SET, or any university semester examinations, then you are in the right place. In today's session, we're going to discuss one of the most significant and practical topics in human resource management, that is training and development. Every successful organization, whether it is Google, Infosys, TCS, Amazon, or even a small startup, invests heavily in training its employees. But have you ever wondered why organizations spend crores of rupees every year on employee training? Is it merely an expense or is it actually an investment? Why is training considered one of the most strategic functions of human resource management? How is training different from development? What are the objectives of this training and development? So, by the end of my lectures, you'll completely understand all these concepts in a very simple and easy to rememberable manner. So, if you're ready, let's begin today's session. Before understanding training and development, let us first understand the modern business environment. Today's organizations operate in an environment where changes almost or every day. Technology evolves rapidly, customer expectations keep increasing, business competition is becoming more intense, and globalization has connected businesses all over the world. 20 years ago, organization majorly focused on machines, buildings, and financial resources. But today, however, organizations recognize that their most valuable asset is not technology nor machinery, it's their people. A company can purchase the latest machines, it can purchase the advanced softwares and modern equipment also, but unless and until employees possesses the knowledge and skills to operate all these machines or tools effectively, these resources become meaningless. So for this reason, organizations are now considering the employees as human capital rather than merely calling them as human resources. Let me tell you what do you mean by the term human capital. It generally refers to the knowledge, skills, creativity, innovation, and the capabilities that employees contribute towards the success of the organization. See, imagine purchasing the latest smartphone without knowing how to use its applications. The phone may have excellent features, but without proper knowledge, you cannot utilize its full potential, isn't it? Similarly, organizations recruit talented employees, but their capabilities can only be fulfilled or fully utilized through continuous learning, through training and development only. So, training and development is not merely about teaching employees, it's about preparing them to meet present challenges while equipping them for the future opportunities. Let me discuss that one of the most important premises of human resource management is the right employee with the right skills at the right time in the right position. Human resource management does not end with recruitment because as we all know that recruitment answers some questions like who should be hired, whom we should hire. Training answers another important question, how can we make employees perform better? At the same time, development also answers at another question, how can we prepare employees for future leadership responsibilities? These are all clearly indicating that recruitment alone cannot guarantee organizational success. An employee may possess excellent educational qualifications, but still they may require practical knowledge, they may require communication skills, they should know how to work in teams, they should know teamwork, they should know they should have some leadership abilities, and they must be competent enough to tackle the technology. So here HRM promises continuous learning because learning is a lifelong process. So we can say that organizations that continuously invest in employee learning, they will remain competitive, they'll remain innovative, and they'll be profitable forever. So those organizations that ignore this employee development, they will eventually struggle to survive in today's dynamic business environment. So the concept of training and development is very important to study. So let us understand the concept. Training and development is a systematic, as you observe in the slide, it's a planned, systematic, and continuous process of improving the employee's knowledge, skills, attitude, competencies, and behavior. For what? For achieving the both individual and organizational objectives. So the concept generally is based on three important principles. One is learning never stops. Learning never stops. What does it mean? This principle generally states that learning is a continuous journey. Employees must constantly update themselves because technology, customer expectations, and business practices continue to evolve. As we all know, we can take the example an engineer who learned programming 10 years ago still needs to learn because today artificial intelligence is ruling the world. A bank employee who previously worked manually must now understand digital banking. He must update himself. At the same time, a teacher who taught using blackboards must now effectively use all these smart classrooms and they must have practiced these online teaching platforms. By seeing all these examples, we can say learning is continuous. And the second principle, we can say that employees are called as investments. Employees are investments. Many people consider training an employee as an expense, but modern organizations are thinking it in a different way. They're believing that if you think training is expensive, imagine the cost of an untrained employee. See how beautifully it was framed? If you think training is expensive, imagine the cost of an untrained employee. Why? An untrained employee may commit mistakes. He may waste resources. He, uh, he may provide poor customer service. He may reduce the productivity or even damage the organization's reputation. So, therefore, training should be viewed as an investment that should generate long term returns. This is the second principle. Coming to the third important principle, organizational success depends on employee growth. See, when employees grow, organizations grow. When employees improve their knowledge, organizations will definitely improve productivity. When employees become innovative, organizations will become competitive. So, therefore, it's very important that employee development directly contributes to the organizational success. So, looking at the definition of training, training refers to the systematic process of improving employees' knowledge, skills, abilities, and attitudes so that they can perform their present job more efficiently. So what does this training primarily focuses on today's job responsibilities? Because its objective is to immediate improvement of the performance of the individuals. For example, imagine a newly recruited employee joins a hospital. Though the employee possesses academic qualifications, he or she may not know the hospital's software, patient record system, the safety procedures that the hospital is implementing, or the policies that are associated with the organization. So the hospital, therefore, they should conduct training to bridge this gap. So what are the gap that is prevailing with the current to the actual, to the standard to the actual. So that process of bridging this gap and imparting knowledge and skills in the in the employees is nothing but training. Edwin Flippo has given a beautiful definition for this training. Training is the act of increasing the knowledge and skills of an employee for doing a particular job. What does this definition means? This definition generally highlights three important aspects. One is its training increases knowledge. Training increases knowledge. Second one is training improves practical skills. What does it mean? Training improves practical skills. And whatever the training provided is job specific. Because the three concepts which are highlighted in the definition are majorly focusing on improving the present performance of the employee. So this is the meaning of training. Then comes to development. Development is a long-term educational process that prepares employees for future responsibilities. Unlike training, development focuses not only on technical knowledge but also on leadership, strategic thinking, decision making, communication, emotional intelligence, innovation, and the growth of the employee. Nothing but the career growth. See, for example, a company may identify a talented supervisor who may become a manager in the future. The company sends the supervisor to leadership workshops, management development programs, or executive training or executive coaching sessions. All these activities will prepare the employee for their future responsibilities. This is what called exactly the development is. Development is future oriented. Development prepares employees for taking up the future responsibilities. This can be done through formal sessions like the training sessions, workshops, or the coaching centers. Okay, coaching sessions. So I'll be explaining in the next video the clear difference between the words training and development. Why do you think both training and development are essential? There might arise a question, what might be the difference between these two? Imagine planting a mango tree. What you'll do initially? Initially, you provide water, you'll provide fertilizer and protection. This is what called as similar to training. As the trees grows, what you'll do? You continually nurture it so that it becomes stronger and it produces fruits. This is called, this is resembling the concept development. Training helps employees perform today's work, whereas development prepares the employees to handle tomorrow's challenges. So therefore, organizations require both these, that is training and development. So in this video, I hope the learners are very much aware of the basic definitions and meaning of the concept training and development. So if you have any queries, please do comment in the comment box, and let us wait for the next video on the concept objectives of training and development. So in the coming video, I'm going to explain you what are the major objectives of this both the concepts, that is training and development. Until then, please do subscribe to our channel and please do like the videos. Thank you.